The Paternity DNA Testing Act. Section 1. Purpose and intent. This act seeks to 1. Establish a legal framework for mandatory DNA testing at birth to determine paternity. 2. Reduce incidence of paternity fraud. 3. Safeguard the best interests of children by ensuring accurate parental identification and accountability. 4. Promote equitable parental responsibilities and transparency within familial relationships. Section 2. Definitions. 1. DNA testing. The scientific analysis of an individual's deoxyribonucleic acid, DNA, to determine biological relationships, particularly paternity. 2. Paternity. The legal recognition of a man as the biological father of a child, establishing associated rights and responsibilities. 3. Medical practitioner. A person licensed under applicable laws to practice medicine in Jamaica. 4. Qualified technician. A person certified to perform DNA testing in accordance with the standards set by the Ministry of Health. 5. Relative. A person biologically related to the deceased or otherwise unavailable individual, including but not limited to the deceased's or unavalable's biological parent, full sibling, half-sibling, or biological child with paternity previously established. Section 3. Mandatory DNA testing. 1. Obligation. A. DNA testing shall be mandatory for every child born in Jamaica to establish paternity at birth. B. Testing may be deferred where the child's health necessitates a delay, as certified by a medical practitioner. 2. Process. A. DNA testing shall be conducted by certified personnel at an authorized hospital or medical facility. B. Testing must be conducted in compliance with regulations ensuring accuracy and privacy. 3. Recording results. A. The results of the DNA test shall be recorded on the child's birth certificate. B. Safeguards shall be implemented to protect the confidentiality of results, limiting access to authorized parties only. 4. Timeline. Testing must be completed within 30 days of the child's birth, unless medically authorized delays occur. Section 4. Unidentified paternity. 1. Delayed testing due to unidentified father. A. If the mother is unable or unwilling to identify the father, the DNA test may be delayed until a potential father is identified or requests testing. B. The delay shall not exceed 60 days unless extended by court order. 2. Right of potential fathers. A. Any man who believes he may be the biological father of the child may request a DNA test to establish paternity, unless paternity has already been determined. B. Such requests shall be facilitated without unreasonable delay, and results shall be provided in accordance with confidentiality regulations. 3. Notification. A. The mother shall be notified of any request for testing by a potential father. B. The test shall proceed unless otherwise prohibited by court order. Section 5. Testing when the father is deceased, missing, or unavailable. 1. Obligation to establish paternity. A. If the alleged father is deceased, missing, or otherwise unavailable for DNA testing, paternity shall be established through testing a biological relative of the alleged father. B. The biological relative may include the alleged father's I. Biological parent, e.g., mother or father. E. Full or half-sibling. E. Biological child whose paternity has already been established. 2. Conditions for testing. A. The unavailability of the alleged father must be confirmed by reasonable evidence, which may include I. Official death records. E. Documentation showing unsuccessful attempts to locate the father, e.g., court summons, police reports, or certified affidavits. E. Medical incapacity of the father, certified by a licensed medical professional. B. The court may issue an order requiring alternative testing if the father's unavailability is contested or unclear. 3. Testing procedure. A. A relative of the alleged father must provide consent to DNA testing unless ordered by a court. B. The testing shall be conducted in accordance with industry standards to determine the likelihood of paternity with scientifically reasonable accuracy. C. If multiple relatives are available, the court may determine the most suitable individual for testing based on genetic proximity and logistical feasibility. 4. Court intervention. A. Where no willing relative is identified, the mother, guardian, or any interested party may apply for a court order to compel testing of a relative. B. The court shall consider the best interests of the child, the rights of the alleged father's relatives, and the practical implications of testing when issuing its decision. 5. Recording results. A. The results of DNA testing conducted on relatives shall be recorded in the same manner as direct tests with the alleged father. B. The confidentiality of the relative's genetic information shall be strictly maintained and shall only be used for the purposes of paternity determination. 6. Exceptions and safeguards. A. Testing of relatives shall not proceed if it is determined that such testing would cause significant harm to the relative or violate other legal rights. B. If no relative is available or testing is not feasible, the court may issue a declaration of paternity based on other evidence, such as affidavits, photographs, or documented communication between the alleged father and the mother. Section 6. Parental rights and responsibilities. 1. Automatic paternal responsibilities. A. Upon confirmation of paternity, the biological father or his estate shall assume legal responsibilities, including financial support for the child. B. Failure to fulfill financial responsibilities may result in legal enforcement measures, such as claims against the deceased father's estate. 2. Parental rights. A. Biological fathers confirmed through testing shall have the right to seek custody or visitation, subject to the child's best interests as determined by the court. B. The mother may not restrict a father or his legal representatives from forming a bond with his biological child for a period exceeding 60 days unless ordered otherwise by the court. Section 7. Penalties. 1. Non-compliance. A. Any person who fails to comply with the provisions of this act may face a fine not exceeding JMD $1 million or imprisonment for up to 12 months at hard labor. 2. Professional misconduct. Medical practitioners or technicians who neglect their duties under this act shall be subject to penalties, including fines, suspension, or other disciplinary actions as prescribed by their professional regulatory bodies. Section 8. Regulations. 1. Implementation. The Minister of Health shall draft and enforce regulations to ensure the effective implementation of this act. 2. Scope of regulations. A. Procedures for conducting DNA testing and certifying results. B. Standards for confidentiality, data protection, and disclosure. C. Accreditation requirements for facilities and personnel authorized to conduct testing. D. Provisions for addressing disputes arising from DNA test results. Section 9. Ethical safeguards. 1. Consent and notification. A. Parents or guardians shall be notified of the testing process and their rights under this act. B. Consent is implied for all births, but safeguards shall exist to address cases involving potential disputes or objections. 2. Child welfare. The Act shall prioritize the welfare of the child in all proceedings, ensuring that no harm arises from the implementation of mandatory testing. Section 10. Commencement. This act shall come into force on a date appointed by the Minister of Health through official publication in the Jamaica Gazette.